Spatula. Bigger spatula. Vegetable oil. Brown sugar, eggs, pumpkin, milk. How many eggs? A lot of eggs. 2 eggs. Where's oil? Might have a problem. I don't have the oil. I think I'm good. I think I might be good. This way. I should look at one more thing before I get going. I sure wish this recipe had printed for me. Glaze. Unstable. Don't like that. Milk, meal syrup, vanilla. Huh. Clang. All right. So this party started. Why not? Oh, here's the pumpkin. I can't make the pumpkin thing without the pumpkin. Yeah. and liquid measure. All right. Yeah, I'm not sharing it all over the place. Because I'm terrible like that, right? Oh, look. You can see the sloppy joes from the last episode. Hooray, camera. Cam 2. Deactivate. Activate. Okay. Hi, folks. Look, my spice cupboard is open. You know what that means? I'm making something with a shit ton of spices in it. Not really. Just cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice. Although I guess pumpkin pie spice has a bunch of its own spices in it. Pardon my noisies. I decided this wasn't even on the things I was gonna make that I mentioned previously. Welcome anybody who's here now. I was gonna make, I still will make ginger snaps at some point probably, and cranberry curd this weekend. But I want donuts. I just want donuts. And I was like, I have a can of pumpkin left because I never used it for anything. I thought about making pumpkin pie and pumpkin cookies and any number of things. Never got around to any of it. Pumpkin bread. But why not donuts? Rob and I have a very early day tomorrow because we need oil changes. And he's working full-time from home, so there's going to be early running it over and then picking up and switching to the other car, which also needs an oil change between meetings, and it's going to be busy. So let's start off the day in a wonderful way, and we'll be having donuts first thing in the morning. And I forgot my trash bowl again, but that's cool because I can still talk while I go in the other room because of my new lav mic. Yay! Okay. I got these donuts pans because it occurred to me when I was helping TB Zegon's daughter, Mercedes, bake while she was living at the Renfest, that I wanted to make apple cider donuts. And I did, and I didn't stream it, and I've felt bad about it ever since. And so now that I want to make donuts again, I was like, well, I better stream it because it's not all that hard to make baked ones. It's not all the mess of frying them, making fried ones, and how awesome to make it at home, right? So, let's see. I don't need those yet. First, I need to mix up our batter. Let's get my KitchenAid bowl. Start measuring. I need, this recipe comes from sallysbakingaddiction.com. I feel like I've used recipes from there before. Although the glaze I'm making, I'm going to make a maple glaze instead of the glaze listed with this recipe that I got somewhere else. I'll just post that somewhere too. So 1 3/4 cups of flour. This is flour left from, wouldn't fit in my bin. My bin is over here, but I will, eventually the last of it will fit into my big wooden flour bin. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. And I'm going to add, no, all right, 3/4. A teaspoon of baking powder. Oh, it's gonna be so yummy. I'm kind of tired. I'm sorry if I'm not all chipper and cheerful. Not that I ever am, but I would have felt really bad if I didn't strain it. How much did I say? Teaspoon of baking powder, which is if you ever need to cheat and make it from scratch because you don't have powder and you have cream of tartar, you can mix cream of tartar and baking soda to fake that. So it's got a teaspoon of powder and a teaspoon of baking soda in this one. Pardon me, I'm going to dump it all down the front of myself, okay? So we'll get a rise, but we'll also get a nice tenderness, not just bubbly like baking soda does. Half teaspoon of salt. Probably should have ground this a little finer than my kosher salt, but it's not that big a deal. I think I am gonna a little bit just because of the nature of these donuts being delicate, theoretically. But I'll just do that on my cutting board instead of going to get the mortar and pestle. I don't usually mind, like even when I'm making my pie crust, like to come across a little occasional hit of salt in my baked goods, I kind of like it. Not everybody's thing. So I don't buy other salt. I only kind of keep kosher salt in the house, or the occasional Himalayan sea salt that I smoke. But I don't keep finer salt in the house just for baking. Not worth it. 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Sure, that's good. And some pumpkin pie spice. Teaspoon of store-bought or homemade. This is store-bought, and it's Stone Mill. I believe that's an Aldi brand, isn't it? And I'm almost out of it because I like to just sprinkle some on my coffee grounds. You do it with cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice to make your own pumpkin spice coffee. Okay, that's all my dry, right? Because I'm not doing this in order. Because why would I? Flour bases or salt bases until combined. So my whisk isn't out here, but that's okay. Dry ingredients all together now. Now you're supposed to whisk together the wet ingredients too. So I guess I'll grab a whisk. Excuse me. You do want to do your wet and dry separate in most cases. Some are a little different, like when you do creaming, where you're mixing butter and sugar together until all the granules disappear and it's creamy, and then you start adding eggs. That you can do bit by bit in your mixer before adding dry ingredients. So this has oil in it. I guess I'm not surprised. A lot of cakes do. Where is it? Hold on, I'm down at the icing recipe, which I'm not using. 1/2 cup. Hey, Rob? Yeah. Can you grab me the 1/2 and 1/2? I thought I wasn't going to need it until the glaze, but I overmeasured a little. This says milk in the recipe. I'm using 1/2 and 1/2. I wasn't going to buy milk just for this. I don't have milk in the house, and I don't care that much.
Here's your coat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
brown sugar. How much milk? 1/3 of a cup of milk. I want to make sure that's not in here for the icing. Oh, good. It's got, yeah, separate lists. Okay, 1/3 of a cup of milk. Yeah, like I said, I'm using half and half. I don't think a little extra fat is going to hurt this recipe at all. If it does, we'll know. I might have reduced the vegetable oil to account for the fat in half and half, but it would have been by such a small amount that it would have been a little silly. Brown sugar, I'm going to start to beat this a little now to get the eggs broken up before screwing around with adding the sugar and the pumpkin. Okay. And vanilla. Teaspoon of vanilla extract. I know I had that in here. It's another we're guesstimating. A little more. Pumpkin puree, I should probably measure. It needs a cup. Oh, yummy. Because unfortunately, they should sell pumpkin puree in cups, measurement-wise. Because this is 15 ounces, which is almost not quite 2 cups. I mean, I can throw that into whatever, a smoothie, or make some dog biscuits, or throw it in a pancake batter just to add a little bit if I want, I guess. I hate to waste it. But I imagine a lot gets wasted because you're measuring in standardized baking amounts with most of the things you use it for. Okay, brown sugar. Open my brown sugar. 3/4 of a cup. Packed or unpacked? Packed. I'm just squishing it on the bag, you can't see, and dragging it off level. 2 and 3. I've got my sugar out. I don't even need it. I guess it's all brown sugar in this recipe. So, I have everything. Let's see. Whisk together oil, brown sugar, eggs, pumpkin puree, milk, and vanilla until combined. Pour the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients, whisk together gently, just until it's combined and no flour pockets remain. Do not overmix. Well, I don't feel like doing it by hand, so I'm just going to have to trust my KitchenAid and not go completely crazy with it. Basically, it's one of those things. You don't want to overwork it so that once the flour's in there, my spice, what is sticking together here? In essence of brown sugar? Yes. You don't want to overwork the flour because then your donuts will be chewy. Gluten will develop. Don't let it beat up. I just opened this brown sugar and it's got clumps. That's really annoying. All right. You see the KitchenAid? I'll pull it over here. I'm just going to dump that right in all at once. Oh, it smells really good, guys. All right. And another thing I'm going to need is a Ziploc bag in a minute. So set this to mix not real hard while I grab a Ziploc and scissors. And pint glass. Because why not? My oven's already preheating. I'm using a pint glass, like a cool spooky one, from my local brewery, to be able to pour this batter into the donut tins without making too much mess. So let's combine. I was making sure everything got off the bottom, which it did. Awesome. Scoop. Oh, except one little lump. What is up with that? It's okay, it's not important. Yeah, that mixed really gently and quickly. Okay, I'm going to spray my donut tin first. Both of them. This is supposed to make 18. I think I only have 2 tins, so I can do 12. And let's go get some scissors, yo. I just had scissors out because we were putting together a new couch that arrived today. I got a really cheap couch. Our other couch was actually physically like falling apart, broken, sinking. And now we have paychecks coming in, but I mean, we're not rich, so I got a really cheap couch, and I'm just hoping for the best. Let's sit down. Okay, now once the bulk of the batter is in there, well, not the bulk, once the glass is full, I can pretty much get the rest of it in here without it making a giant mess, because gravity should... Well, no, I had to grab the bag. It's okay. There's only about a donut worth in there left. I can fart around with that if I need to later. Okay. So, here's how we make the donuts. I overfilled these last time. I think I put pictures on my Discord, if you're in my Discord, of the donuts I made before. And whoop, they rise quite a bit. So I'll be a little more conservative so that these donuts actually just do have holes in them. The other ones just kind of had a dent. Oh, it smells really good. It smells very pumpkin-y. I don't know how much I succeeded in underfilling these the way I wanted, but I mean, it's not a big deal. They'll taste the same, right? Like, you could do these as muffins if you want. I wouldn't even stress about buying a donut pan. Although, these were not very expensive. It was like 10 something for both of them. Okay. Boop. 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 I'm going to turn that whole side up right now, because we can squish it down the direction we need it when we want to squeeze some more. Get the plastic out. Nobody wants plastic. They're donuts. And smush off the edges somewhat. All right. I guess we'll see how well I did. I am gonna bang these down a little bit like I would for a cake in a cake pan to get bubbles out. but also with this batter to just kind of even it some. I'm going to even this out with my finger. Some of it's probably because of the pumpkin puree. This batter's a little thicker than I thought it may have been. This one's way too full. This one's going to be like, not have a hole in it. It's okay, it's not that important. So I'm going to look at the time it's going to take. I don't want to lick my finger because that's got raw flour in it. Did you know raw eggs aren't the real scary culprit when you're doing this and tasting raw dough? It's the flour. Okay, great. This is not 10 to 11 minutes. So I'm going to put these in for 10, and then I'll make the icing. Cooling rack, of course, for when those come out. So when those are done, they have to cool in the pan for 2 minutes, and then I put them on a rack, and then I got to re-grease the pan to put some back in. So that'll be a chore for a minute. I just switched to, I took a note because I wanted to use a different icing than a different glaze than the one that was with that recipe, because we're big on maple here. My husband's Canadian, so you know it's in his blood and stuff. So you need 2 cups of confectioner sugar. You don't have to be really precise with this when you're making a glaze. It's going to be too much to be getting all the chunks out of it. That's about 2 cups. 3 tablespoons of whole milk. Again, going to use half and half for this. And vanilla, and a teaspoon of vanilla, and the maple. I'm going to use a cap, which is about a teaspoon usually. That's why the cap looks so big on the small vanilla. It doesn't look so big on your larger vanillas because they have more circumference. Oh, I'm glad I have another thing of maple syrup because this one is almost empty. I'm going to use all of it. It's about a tablespoon. It might be a smidge less. This gives me only a small concern. I really do want it mapley though. I'll taste it at the end and then see how that feels. Okay, I'll whisk this around and see what the texture feels like. Where'd the whisk go? Oh my gosh. Doing too many things at once, no way. Now I know I had my son and I were both looking because I knew I had another thing of maple syrup in the cupboard, and I got it out recently, but it just hasn't actually been opened yet. Oh yeah, this will be good. I do want to get the lumps out of this. And we'll be dipping warm donuts in that. Whoa. This kind of glaze is so easy. Basically powdered sugar and whatever you want. You can't use water if you're really opposed to milk or can't have milk. But you can put lemon zest in it and put it over your scones or muffins. Okay, I taste this. You know what? I got pumpkin in my hand. I want a little more maple. I'm going to have to go find the other maple syrup. Oh, it's coming through. Just takes a minute. What do we think, folks? I have maple sugar because, here we go. A kind person bought some from my throne list. Here we go. Blurp. Maple syrup. And the real stuff. I don't think there's any point in putting Mrs. Butterworth's into something like this. That's just colored corn syrup. There we go. Oh, yeah. Now it's the maple kind. The other recipe had a buttermilk glaze, but I thought pumpkin and maple goes great together. Almost have to put some nuts on it, but I'm not going to go too crazy. Like my little clips. Yeah, fridge clips, they're magnetic. I use them to hold bags shut. And they're all spooky. I do so much kitchen shopping on Halloween. You can probably tell, look, with my little vampire spoon. Now it's just waiting for the donuts. Oh, an ad is starting in 2 minutes. Well, cool. That'll give time for the donuts to be cooking and I can clean up a little. And maybe, ooh. Oh no. Guys, I just spilled the pumpkin batter tipped out of the bag onto my laptop. I am not going to be making those other 6, I don't think, because I'm going to need to prioritize cleaning off the laptop. It's so funny. When I went to my son's house, he would be having an absolute fit right now. And we made those burritos. He got alcohol out and was like cleaning this laptop because it just had some splashes of stuff on it. I literally just dumped batter like on the trackpad by mistake. Gravity betrayed me. Alright, well, I'm going to clean that up. I guess I should start right away. Dude, I just made such a big mess. Yeah, but it's like on the trackpad of the laptop. So, let's just use a damp. I know, I'm not supposed to be putting wet stuff on that. It's just damp to get the sticky. And I'll get some alcohol right after this. Stream is over. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Chris. Chris is my friend that gifted me this thing that I'm apparently set to abuse. And I have to be really careful. If I touch the trackpad, I'm going to shut down the stream by mistake or something. So, all right. We're in an ad. I guess that's not the worst thing that could have happened. Well, shit. I'm going to end up wasting some of this batter. We're only getting 12 donuts. Well, I got to get shut down so I can get the batter cleaned out of the laptop, I think, as soon as possible. I got most of it off, but... I don't take all the extra time. To be cleaning up that. Hey, ad break is for another minute. Let me check the donuts. Damn nabbit. Beep. I'm giving it another minute. Another minute, I'll put a few things away. That was spectacular. Spectacular, spectacular. How close are we? Oh, ad break ended. Hi, everybody. I'm back. I don't think it was too disastrous. The batter is thick enough. It didn't look like it eased, and it went... it didn't reach the keys or anything, just kind of where the trackpad is. So I'll have to get like a toothpick and some alcohol and detail that a little. And now the donuts are going off. They didn't seem quite done. I did give them another minute while the ad break was going. I hear you. Don't know. I think they're done. They don't seem very browned. But they are bouncing back when I touch them. And those need about 2 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes. Oh, that one's unplugged. Alexa, oh, I can look at this. It says 6:01 p.m. Okay, that's clean, so I'm going to trust that that's fine. And get some of this out of my way. Got a Quartier cup there, and I didn't even use it. Oh, these are going to be so delicious. Hello, Goddess of Evil. How are you? I'm making pumpkin donuts, pumpkin spice donuts, and I'm going to glaze them with like a mapley glaze. It's going okay. I was going to be gaming normally on Wednesday nights, me and Jess and Sonia and Sean play Wilder Myth together for the Part-Time Adventurers show. I do Part-Time Gamers, where we review games on Sundays with Sean and Theo, and then Part-Time Adventurers is us playing games together that we're doing Wednesday nights. But Jess is sick. She has the flu. And Sonia is, I don't know if she's, whoops, sorry about the noise, still in a hotel, but her house burned down. So that's been a suck fest for her. And yeah, I'm not going to be on all that much longer. Yep, it's been 2 minutes. So let's get these out onto the rack. Oh, please. Ha ha ha. And they have holes this time. I'm so proud. Yay. So now I know the right amount of dough to put in these pans so that the donuts still have holes. Yeah, all of them still have holes. This one is very wonky. Look, it's I should have spread that out more evenly when I was poking at the dough.
Donuts, holy donuts.
Look,
those are cute.
They're cute. So some are like they're sideways. I don't know how much of that is the batter not being even in there or the oven being tilted. We've got to put something under the front of the oven again.
Yeah.
You still didn't go get cigarettes, huh?
I will pick some up while I'm getting Fletcher.
Okay. Time for
Try not to mention those things on your stream.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Your stream. I'm just trying to be respectful.
Yeah.
Vices out of it. I'll see you in a few.
Okay. Oh, look, it's the maple kind. Oh.
Maple kind, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. And then what?
Oh, look. I know you can't see what I'm doing here. Let me move over so you can see this dipping and how easy it is and totally like worth it to glaze your donuts. You're not getting a fried donut, you're getting a baked donut. So let's have a little bit of decadence on here with glazing them. And like I said, it's really easy and you can customize it. Like you could make a lemony one. If your donuts were a flavor that would go with, like even vanilla donuts with a lemon glaze. I make, what's the word, scones with a recipe my mother-in-law gave me that's amazing. It's got sour cream in the batter, and I put dried cranberries in it. So a lemon glaze on those is a very special thing. How'd you find me, Goddess of Evil? I feel like that name is familiar and I should know it. And I'm sorry if I'm not remembering because I'm old and my brain doesn't always work because menopause does stuff. But I would be happy to be reminded, and I'd be happy if you brought friends. Last I checked, I was at 191 followers, and when I hit 200, I'm going to give away another cookbook. I gave away a cookbook recently to a regular watcher and participator in my Discord, Weremole. Feel free to join my Discord as well. And if you want to see recipes that, I don't know, Twitch made the videos disappear for, then check YouTube. Go to my YouTube. And there's a Discord invite there, too, that is permanent. So you can share your own recipes and share your luck with ours and that sort of thing. I'm going to put this right here. I don't know if you can see. I think you can in the camera. How the glaze is, like it dripped down the side a little, right? But then it kind of solidifies and it's shiny and you can see the donut through it. It went from this opaque white look to a glaze. And I'm going to taste one of these in a minute. I don't think anyone is going to care that they're wonky and uneven looking. If you're more fastidious about it than I am, they won't be. You'll also get 6 more out of the recipe if you don't dump it on your keyboard. Apparently, the The laptop was taking its toll. It was hungry. So which one? I guess I'll go with like the first one and the wonkiest one. And I'll bite into the side that's more thicker on par with what we were shooting for. Look at the beautiful moist crumb of this. Where's my... I didn't take a picture. I don't know how. To take a picture that shows that somehow to make the thumbnail for this video. So tomorrow we have to run around like maniacs and change the oil. We are first going to have a lovely start to our day with this, and I think I got 1 pound of bacon left from my homemade bacon in the freezer, and I think I gotta take them out, that bacon out, to accompany these donuts. The thin part still isn't dry. Like it's got a little more crisp on the edges of it, but it's still, the cake itself isn't dry. The puree really keeps that in there. This is a great way to sneak vegetables to your kids. I gotta say, things like grated carrot, applesauce, pumpkin puree, mixed into baked goods, as long as you're not going insane with sugar all the time in their diet. I have my youngest son, he's like 22 now, but he's basically like ARFID level. He hasn't been diagnosed with that, but I'm pretty certain he has ARFID with the restrictions on what he will and will not eat, and like honest to God gag reactions from the thought or a bite of some things. And it's like taste-based and texture-based, but I had a cookbook and I was mixing purees of like spinach and blueberry, right, into brownies, chocolate brownies. And he knew it was in there, and he would eat those brownies, and he was fine with that. Because it wasn't that he was opposed to eating it. He was just physically, his body, he just could not eat these things. And so I think that book was called The Sneaky Chef. I wasn't particularly sneaky about it. I don't think that's helpful necessarily, to be tricking your kids. I have a good relationship with all my kids, and I think that's based on respect, mutual respect, and trust. Like, be trustworthy, be straightforward. So anyway, I didn't think it was worth trying to sneak things to him, especially when he wasn't having a fit about it, if it was just put into a form and a texture that and a taste that he could enjoy and handle. So, well, that's that, and boy, is it delicious. I'm so tired, but I'm glad I did this, and I'm glad you're here, and I look forward to cooking with you soon. Oh, that's really backward. Okay, hold on. I didn't stop it. I thought I stopped it. Oh, please let